Are you two dating?
Well, no.
No.
Now, notice how they answered. Hello everyone, I am Anthony Restinello. I am a social and relationship coach based in Los Angeles. I've been doing this for the past 15 years. That's since 2005. I'm about to react to Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. But for everybody wondering, because I get a lot of comments with people going, what the hell is a dating coach? What's a dating expert? I don't know what that is. I put it down for you in the description. Now these react videos, I'm not here for the gossip. I don't care about who's dating who. It's not a big thing to me. What I am doing is using the reaction videos as a vehicle to teach you guys social skills, charm, relationship skills to better your social and dating life. Let's get started.
She says, another's hands have touched my skin. I remember like when she's like, we were writing it.
I remember that too. You were like,
that is
ooh.
the best line ever because it was just like, you know, like so real and so to the point of like what was going on in the song.
Cheating.
And also like kind of like just like hurtful to say that. Like
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a really cool line. I love that line.
So far, what it seems to me is these are two good friends. Now this was, I think, 2016. That is the best way to get into a relationship anyway. When two like-minded people get together, they connect, they spend time together, they get to know each other over a long period of time, and they find that interest in each other. That is how most relationships start out. That's how the best relationships start out. I don't really see anything else yet, but let's continue.
I think that we got close when we wrote the song. Actually, I went to see the Taylor 1989 show
At MetLife.
Yeah, at MetLife, and he was opening for her and did a sick job. But he came off, and somehow like just a guitar got involved, and we just kind of
there was
started
like,
to
there
jam
was like
out.
a million people backstage, and literally we were just like, I was just playing guitar, and then we started singing, and then we just literally wrote like the chorus back there.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about when you get together with somebody that shares a passion that you have. You could be amongst hundreds of people, thousands of people. Everybody's trying to get your attention. Shawn, can I have an autograph? Whatever it is. You did really good tonight. Wow, it's so great to see you. But then there's that one person that's like, you want to go write a song over there? Let's get away from this. Let's go write a song together. When you guys connect on your passions, nothing more powerful than that.
I don't know about you, but like this was my first collaboration, like writing a song with another artist. So I got to kind of, I mean, I've wrote with writers before, but I kind of got to experience what it was like to write with another like a singer, you know, that was, you know, doing the same thing as me. So it was like not only, it was like a very, very easy process. Like it happened super easy and super natural. Like we both kind of, it was just really good.
Now, I'm a musician and I've written music with people before. It's not always an easy thing. So even though it was his first experience, this is a unique experience for both of them to make it so easy between each other. Now, that doesn't mean they have to be attracted to each other. That doesn't mean that they're soulmates. But it does show that they do connect musically.
Shawn hates me because I took you shopping.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not
it
okay
happens,
with that.
man. I'm sorry.
I need a new pair of shoes.
What do you need? We went to Saks Fifth Avenue. I took my girls, Fifth Harmony, to Saks Fifth Avenue. I said, whatever you want.
I thought we were going to go on a shopping date.
That was seriously one of the best experiences of my entire life.
Really?
I'm
You're not
sorry that
wearing
you
the
didn't.
shoes?
I'm not wearing them today.
See, that's the difference. If you bought me the shoes, I'd be wearing them today.
No,
He'd be wearing them.
I would be wearing them. You know I'd be wearing them.
They were very tall. They're very tall
doesn't
shoes that I
matter.
only save for special occasions. I've actually only
And
worn
this
them on
isn't
New
a special
Year's.
occasion?
There you go.
Guys.
Oh, wow. Shawn Mendes is going for the kill.
Are we gonna write another song about
All right,
this
I'll
right
tell you
now?
what.
Absolutely, I'll
We
write
have a
another
date. And whoever you want to bring with you, bring a best friend. We're
Okay.
going
I'm
shopping.
coming. I'm coming. Again.
No, you got your
No
shoes,
way.
girlfriend. You're
Yeah,
coming.
you had
I'm
your
coming.
shot.
I'm just gonna appear at the store, guys.
No way.
You don't think the tables have turned now? You've got to take me shoe shopping.
That's
I'll
right.
take both of you guys shoe shopping.
Okay.
How about that?
I don't trust you shopping for me.
Is our Thanksgiving better, do you think?
I don't
It's
think
a different
so.
day?
I mean, it's a different day, October 12th. So
Is it turkey?
yeah, it's
It
the
is?
same thing.
What is it about?
You
Like,
guys
what
are making me uncomfortable
like
right
what
now.
like what do you celebrate?
It's just being thankful. I mean,
Oh.
like
You're
our
same
family
thing.
is the exact same thing.
Wait a minute, then why can't you have the same day? Why do you have to have a special
we're
different
Canada.
day?
Did the Pilgrims
We
land
like
in
to do
Quebec?
things
But that's what I'm talking about, because ours is the Pilgrims and
I
Plymouth.
don't really
and,
know how to go deep. I don't know deep into the story, but all I know is that like if you went to like an American house on Thanksgiving, a Canadian house, it'd be like the same thing. Yeah.
So from what I'm seeing, it's obvious that these guys have spent a lot of time together. It's obvious that these guys are super comfortable with each other. Now, so far, you don't see them really interacting that much, but that could just be their personalities. I personally know that when I'm so comfortable with a person and we go to talk to somebody else, me and that person, we don't have to talk at all, but the little subtle cues between each other are really what are important to look for. And if you saw when Shawn kind of jumped at Camila about going shopping and all that type of stuff, you saw that he was super open with her. He treated her like they've known each other forever, like they're best friends. Now, does that mean that they were dating at this time? Does that mean that they were smooching behind corners? I don't know. But it's obvious that these two are super close.
What's been the highlight for you in all this?
I mean, that's hard. It's been a crazy year. Have you heard of her? Name's Taylor Swift. You ever heard of her?
I have heard of Taylor Swift. I have heard of her.
Is she a rapper?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
T Swivel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camille, last time you were here with Fifth Harmony.
Yeah.
And you did an incredible performance.
Thank you so
It was
much.
absolutely brilliant. What's happening with you guys right now? What are you doing?
Well, I just got back from rehearsals because we're going to go to Mexico tomorrow, which is really exciting.
Right.
And we're also working on our second album, 5H2.
I don't know much about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, but what I like to do is I like to just be introduced to people out of nowhere and just from the surface really be able to just dive in and see what they're like just from there without really knowing the person that much. And from what I'm seeing right here in these interviews, every time Shawn isn't speaking, he's kind of looking into the distance. He's kind of in his thoughts. And I also notice he's not very playful. He doesn't joke around a lot. That doesn't mean that that's not part of his personality. But what it might be hinting to me is that he is more of an introvert. He might be a little more shy around a lot of people, where he's kind of held back and kind of just to himself in his own thoughts. But maybe when he's with Camila by himself, he's like big and crazy and kind of funny and weird. Now, Camila, on the other hand, is kind of the opposite. She's more playful. You see that she butts into conversations. She interrupts and says something funny. Her personality is more expressive, more playful, more outgoing and extroverted. But that's what I'm just seeing right now. Could be wrong.
Just a bow.
No, massive, like
It
this
was like
big.
it was like a big pink lettuce on my head.
Right.
It was just
Sounds horrific.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Shawn makes fun of me for it all the time.
Okay, this next one's from @Men.
The way their body language is, that is very indicative of two people that are dating. It's two people that are in a relationship. Look at how Shawn's hand is right around her back on the couch, and look at how comfortable Camila is sitting next to Shawn, leaning into his more intimate space. Now, up until now, they've been relatively platonic, but right here, it looks like a couple being interviewed by James Corden.
Are you two dating?
Well, no.
No.
Now, notice how they answered. First, they looked at each other. Then they looked at the crowd when they cheered. And then they both looked at each other again and said, well, why would you have to go, well, about dating? That's pretty interesting. If you guys weren't dating, wouldn't you just go, no, of course not. He's like my little brother. I saw him piss his pants last week, but it's not true. They said, well, why are you considering whether you guys are dating?
Okay.
No, we're not.
Now, you're saying no. Can I be honest?
What?
I don't believe you.
No, we're really not.
There's no way you haven't made out.
We haven't actually.
We
Never?
haven't, no.
Why? Why don't you?
I
mean, come on.
Now, I see that they're getting a little anxious right now, whereas usually I feel like if Camila was with somebody that she wasn't dating, she would just be like, no, obviously not. She would be leaning in. She would be more assertive about it. But you could see they're both like, what can you think that we...
I'm not trying to make a move, she just like swears me off.
Oh, so you have made a move?
Totally, it's never gonna happen.
You've done a lean in. Oh, so hang on, wait, you're saying...
So at this moment right now, I think what Shawn's doing is I think he's just kind of making a fake story. Every time I do it, she swears me off. I think he just made that up in the moment. I don't think that's real.
He tells me, he calls me kid.
Right, wait, let's get to the bottom of this now.
Oh, no.
You're saying...
No, we're actually, no, we're just kidding. We're actually
anyway, at the end of the
So right at that moment, I feel like Camila's like, all right, I need to put a stop to this, so I am gonna assume a more extroverted, assertive vibe to kind of nip this in the bud before any real answers come out. Now, I have a feeling that it might not be only them that's trying to hide it at this moment. Obviously now they are in a relationship. It could be their managers, it could be their publicists that's telling them, listen, we don't want you guys to go public just yet. We want your brands to stay single, innocent, and friends, and as time goes on, maybe you guys can confirm that. I don't know, I'm just speculating. From what it looks like right now is they've exhausted all of the normal answers that they can give to people, and James Corden is going past that threshold and really pushing them, and they're not prepared. So I think Shawn's making up stuff now.
Hey, we're not dating. We just
no, we're not.
You're both being very defensive about it, so
No.
I certainly don't see what the problem is
He's
here.
right.
Now, let me talk about this. So you're saying when you've leaned in, she says no.
Totally.
And then
He's
you're
never
saying
leaned in.
that's completely not true. He's never leaned in.
He's never
Now,
leaned in.
This
it
is
sounds to
insanity.
me...
So James is completely right. What he found, and this is what cops do when they interview two criminals that did the same crime, they try to find inconsistencies in their story, and James was able to do that quite nicely.
There's no way you haven't made out. You
We haven't,
totally
no.
have.
We really haven't.
I don't
promise.
believe you,
What?
though.
I don't care. We just haven't.
We haven't made out.
I'm telling you, every time I try to make a move, she's like, no,
So
you're
you have
weird.
tried to make a move.
You have
Totally.
never tried to make a move.
The only thing that's more fun than watching you two both scrum is watching your team of publicists over there going, oh my God!
Yep.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
But listen,
Now, if you notice something, remember where Shawn's hand was before? Notice who his hand is behind now. Very interesting. Now, again, who knows what's true and what's not? I could be totally wrong about this. Hey, listen, I have a little more experience because I've had thousands and thousands of hours interacting with people at bars and clubs and parties and events and whatever, you name it. I have obsessed myself over interactions and being able to look into people's eyes and their body language and see how they're feeling and really be able to pull out what their true intentions are. Anybody that's good with people, anybody that's good at starting relationships with people, you have to have that skill, which is being able to know how that person's feeling. Not knowing what the purpose is, not knowing what the meaning is behind the feeling, but at least noticing it. All right, I can go on, but I think everything that needs to be said has been said. Listen, I do these reaction videos every week. I have a lot of fun doing them, so put in the comments who you'd like me to react to in a future video. If you haven't subscribed yet, listen, I'm building a little community here of people that love building their relationship skills, their social skills, their charm skills. If that sounds like the type of thing you're into, hit the subscribe button below. It's not gonna hurt anybody. If you wanna know a little bit more about my job, I react to the movie Hitch right over here. Watch that, it's super fun. You'll learn a little bit more about me. And if you're interested in being more confident, attractive, and happy in life, I have a free audiobook called Iconic Bachelor, Learning from the Greats. The link is in the description below. Go on and get it. And remember, relationships are everything.